It's midnight and you're tuned into Nightline with me, Muhammed Hamdan. News making the headlines. Year of the Dragon, Madani government to focus on economic development. And allegations of electoral misconduct. Pakistan Election Commission orders fresh polling. Good morning. We begin with this headlining story. Economic development and promoting investment are the focus of the Madani government in restoring Malaysia's status as a respected country. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said to realise this, the Cabinet has set out several items to be emphasised and implemented this year in terms of economic development, including increasing investment and developing the country's capabilities in all areas such as education, health and culture. The Prime Minister said this when speaking at the Chinese New Year celebration hosted by the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Chinese Assembly Council, KLSCAH, on Saturday. Also present were Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh, Science, Technology and Innovation Minister Chang Li Kang, KLSCAH President Ngan Ting Yi and Chinese Ambassador to Malaysia Ouyang Eugene. Anwar added that with the strength of racial unity in this country, the three main focuses, peace, culture and language proficiency, are the main ingredients in ensuring the country will always be the first choice for investments by local and foreign investors.
Yang disambut oleh masyarakat Cina tapi disertai oleh orang-orang Melayu, orang India dan semua kaum dan agama. Ini kekuatan Malaysia, pelihara negara ini, jayakan negara ini dan tingkatkan kemajuan supaya negara ini kembali negara hebat di rantau kita.
In the meantime, Anwar, who is also the finance minister, said that Malaysia-China relations are now at a strategic level and will be able to bring more investments to this country, adding that the good relations between the two countries will continue to be put to use for the good of the people. He added China remains as one of the key contributors to Malaysia's economic sector and that the long-standing relationship between the two nations will continue to grow, covering the fields of education and culture, as well as cooperation between universities and major companies. Early on Saturday morning, the Prime Minister attended MCA's 2024 Chinese New Year Open House at Dewan San Chun Wisma MCA. Also present was Deputy Prime Minister and Barisan National Chairman Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi and other unity government ministers. Anwar was welcomed by MCA President Datuk Seri Wee Ka Siong and other party leaders, followed by a lion dance performance. The leaders and politicians then participated in a Yi Sang tossing event. While enjoying the feast, the crowd was entertained with singing and dancing performances.
Terima kasih MCA dan saya doakan semuanya baik. Terima kasih.
Now, the festivities were also in full swing at other locations throughout the country, including Sarawak and Sabah, where thousands of people from all walks of life thronged the state-level open houses. Held at the Borneo Convention Centre in Kuching, over 5,000 guests of various backgrounds and ethnicities attended the Chinese New Year Open House organised by the Sarawak State Government. The event, which took place from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m, was graced by Sarawak Governor Tun Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tuan Puan Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi. Also present were Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, National Unity Minister Datuk Aaron Agodagang and State Cabinet Ministers. Sarawak Premier Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Oping expressed confidence that the Year of the Dragon will bring economic prosperity to the state and that the people will continue to live in peace and practice racial harmony.
Dan dengan adanya keadaan masyarakat yang bersatu padu ini, kita dapat menumpukan perhatian kita kepada pembangunan yang lebih lestari untuk negeri Sarawak.
The event, held at the state level for the first time, serves as a platform to strengthen relationships and unity among the multi-ethnic population. State Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Minister Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah meanwhile said a large number of people turning up at the event shows the uniqueness and racial harmony in Sarawak. He said his ministry will place the Chinese New Year celebration as a tourism event on his ministry's calendar for next year, alongside the Gawai Dayak and Hari Raya celebrations.
Sebelum ini hanya diadakan oleh peringkat parti, peringkat persatuan-persatuan, tapi ini dah pertama kali diadakan oleh peringkat kerajaan. Dan tidak salah untuk diadakan tiap-tiap tahun. Seperti juga Hari Raya, Hari Gawai dan sebagainya.
In Sabah, nearly 10,000 guests attended the state-level Chinese New Year open house at the Sabah International Convention Center. The event was organized by the state government and the Federation of Chinese Association Sabah, FCAS. Yang di-Pertua Negeri Tun Johar Mahiruddin and his wife Toh Puan Nurlidah RM Jasni were welcomed upon arrival at 11 a.m. by Chief Minister Datuk Sri Hajiji Noor and his wife Datin Sri Julia Salag. The highlight of the event was the tossing and mixing of the Yi Sang by Hajiji, Johar and other dignitaries. Guests at the event were greeted by lion dance performances and a 100-meter-long dragon replica at the SICC Plaza. The lion dance, a traditional Chinese cultural art form, is a highlight during the Lunar New Year. But you might be surprised to learn that this particular troupe is made up of all Indian performers. FMT's Dinesh Kumar Maganathan has the story.
At the Sri Mahaturkayamman temple in Rawang is usually filled with the soft chimes of prayer bells and a gentle wisp of incense smoke. But on Sundays, the air crackles with the energy of something unexpected. The rhythmic boom of Chinese drums and a flurry of colorful Chinese lions. This is the Tamalan Lion Dance Team Rawang, an all-Indian lion dance troupe. Led by Achi Babu, the team of 15 dancers are living proof that cultural exchange can breathe new life into an ancient art form.
People feel it is different. Instead of Chinese performers, we are all Indians. People have been very supportive.
Babu trained under the late Ong Yu Ki, who founded Persatuan Tarian Singatayan nearly 40 years ago. After his death in 2010, the troupe was disbanded until Babu restarted and rebranded it in 2020. Tamalan Lion Dance Team Rawang usually performs at Indian temple ceremonies, birthday celebrations and restaurant openings. And of course, they are high in demand during Chinese New Year celebrations. But the path to success wasn't easy.
People have bullied me and said, "You won't be able to do this." Even my own family didn't understand me. No one believed that I would succeed.
Yet, Babu knew in his heart of hearts that he had to keep going.
It felt like a voice whispering in my ears. You can definitely do this. You will succeed.
Since then, he has not looked back. Instead, Babu set his sights on bringing his brotherhood of lions to greater heights. This meant rigorous training sessions every Sunday.
People think lion dance is hard. But the moment you put on the lion head and take your first steps, you will be filled with a fierce force. We perform through the lions within us.
So, the next time you see a lion dance performance, remember, it might not be what you expect. Happy Chinese New Year. Dinesh Kumar Maganathan, FMT Lifestyle for Nightline.
Bringing a surge of optimism and anticipation, the Year of the Wood Dragon unfolds globally. In Malaysia, where the rich tapestry of Chinese New Year festivities intertwines seamlessly with economic dynamics, a vibrant picture emerges, encapsulates the spirit of hope and renewal that characterizes this auspicious year. Our reporter Alif Yunus dives into the heart of the celebrations and economic landscape of this significant festive occasion.
Year of the Wood Dragon represents resilience, prosperity and hope for Malaysians. As the Chinese New Year celebrations continue, the people look forward to the promise of progress and prosperity with the Wood Dragon.
For Malaysia Retailers Association, MRA President Dato' Andrew Lim,
The symbolic beginning of the Year of the Dragon signals a period of profound changes, substantial progress, and unprecedented developments. He added that the business sector also displays resilience and adaptability, as highlighted in the months leading up to the festive season.
We are right now in the midst of the Chinese New Year period, and sales are very good, picking up. But then I think because of a lot of economic uncertainties, especially arising from world conflicts and still inflation and uncertainties, so I think our Malaysian consumers now are being more cautious. They're still spending, but then they're spending value for money. So in the retail industry, we have to be aware of this, and we have to cater to our consumers accordingly.
According to Lim, this adaptability not only reflects the industry's ability to navigate challenges but also signals a commitment to providing consumers with products and experiences that align with their changing preferences. This resonates with the sentiments of the public, who share their strategies to navigate throughout the current economic landscape while ensuring a vibrant and meaningful celebration.
We are more cautious. I'm more cautious in the spending this year because everything is going up. The pricings for the food and everything is rising up very fast compared to last year.
I think price of things have gone up a lot this year, so definitely I'm looking to spend less than compared to last year. The budget is the same, but then for the same amount you get to buy less because things are more expensive now.
Definitely be more cautious. Definitely be more cautious. But so far things have been coming up, but still a bit slow. Definitely a lot slower. Yeah.
How do you feel compared to previous year? This year you spend a lot, or compared to last year you spend?
Oh, I spent way less this year. Really way less compared to what we used to spend last year.
While Malaysians continue to anticipate the promise and hope that the Year of the Wood Dragon brings, the cautious yet vibrant spending patterns among the people underline a mindful approach towards celebrating amid global uncertainties. Alif Yunus, Nightline, TV3.
Malaysia is a multi-religious, multicultural country. But here's one thing the people have likely never heard before: a mosque that celebrates Chinese New Year. Muhammadiyah Mosque in Ipoh serves as a house of worship for Muslims of all cultures, including the Chinese, who are ushering in the Year of the Dragon. FMT's TV Ragu has the story.
At first glance, one might assume this is a Buddhist temple, but believe it or not, this is Ipoh's one and only Chinese mosque. Welcome to Masjid Muhammadiyah. Built in 2013, Masjid Muhammadiyah is thought to be Malaysia's first mosque featuring 100% Chinese architectural elements in its design. The idea of building such a mosque was proposed by the Malaysian Chinese Muslim Association Ipoh, led by Dr. Fadzli Chia, a neurosurgeon by profession.
When I came to Ipoh, we find that there's another calling from Allah. We have to do something for the Chinese Muslim in this state.
Fadzli explained that each element of Masjid Muhammadiyah's design, the imported green roof from China, the red pillars inscribed with Chinese characters, weeping willows, bamboo, and fish pond, to name a few, reflects the essence of Chinese culture. Beyond its architecture, the mosque also cultivates harmony among all races with annual cultural celebrations like Chinese New Year. Fadzli shared that each year, Masjid Muhammadiyah witnesses a significant turnout of Malays, Chinese Muslims, and even non-Muslim Chinese neighbors who come to participate in the celebrations. From cooking traditional Chinese dishes together to enjoying the lion dance, it's an opportunity to strengthen social ties within the community. In fact, non-Muslims are also invited to break fast with them during the holy month of Ramadan.
The main function of this mosque, actually, of course, we have sent out the message that when you embrace Islam, that's I mean, we are not becoming a Malay. That's an old concept. So even you're Chinese, when you embrace Islam, you still can retain your culture and your values and your heritage. as long as it doesn't infringe or clash with our Islamic values.
Fadzli, who converted to Islam to marry his Muslim wife, stresses that the Lunar New Year will always hold a special place in his heart.
The Chinese New Year is a year for reunion. Reunion is a get-together. So it's not I would say that the get-togetherness is not just for family members. In this country, I think all of us. So we should get together. And we hope the Dragon Year will be another good year for every one of us. 恭喜发财，万事如意。
Divya Raghu, FMT Lifestyle for Nightline.
Meanwhile, a wave of festive celebrations swept across the globe, with people from diverse cultures and backgrounds joining in to experience the rich tapestry of Chinese New Year traditions. Chinese cities hosted colorful celebratory activities such as lantern shows, light shows and bell ringing to mark the Chinese New Year or the Spring Festival. In Tangshan City, a splendid lantern fair is held at the Nanhu Park, where it welcomed visitors with dazzling lights, while the Beijing Badachu Park rang the New Year's bell at midnight on Friday, with a crowd of visitors gathering around to welcome the arrival of the Year of the Dragon, despite Beijing's bone-chilling winter weather. In Japan, the country's iconic landmark, Tokyo Tower, was illuminated in red. The special light-up event of the Tokyo Tower features the installation of a massive digital screen at the exhibition area, showcasing Chinese characters for festival greetings and the character dragon written in various fonts to allow the Japanese people to experience rich Chinese culture. Australia's Sydney's Chinatown roared to life on Saturday night, with locals and foreign students alike enjoying the sights and sounds of a street festival. A dance troupe performed iconic lion dances as rain did not deter the revelers. The Sydney Lunar New Year Festival features a variety of events including night markets, performances and dragon boat racing. Over in Russia, downtown Moscow was decked in red as locals and foreigners celebrated the start of the Year of the Dragon. The opening ceremony featured the traditional dragon dance, while spectators sampled various Chinese food and enjoyed the atmosphere. Moving on, Malaysia and Brazil have agreed to closely cooperate in promoting and safeguarding the interests of developing countries, particularly in combating poverty and hunger. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said this commitment was reached after his interaction with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva through a telephone conversation on Friday. In a Facebook post on Saturday, Anwar said they also shared a consensus and agreed to enhance bilateral relations between the two countries, especially in the areas of forest management, green energy, climate change, halal industry, science and innovation. The Prime Minister also took the opportunity on behalf of the Malaysian people to express gratitude and appreciation to President Lula for Brazil's steadfast support for Palestine. Anwar also revealed that he received an invitation from Lula to make an official visit to Brazil in November. The Prime Minister hoped that the relationship between Malaysia and Brazil would continue to strengthen for mutual benefit. Now, UMNO supports all efforts to improve the federal constitution and empower Sharia laws. Its Deputy President, Datuk Seri Muhammad Hassan, said in line with this, UMNO will continue to collaborate with all relevant parties, including the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia or JAKIM.
Pandangan saya bahawa kerajaan negeri Kelantan menggubal undang-undang yang bertindih yang sedia ada dalam kanun undang-undang persekutuan dalam perlembagaan.
Muhammad was commenting on the federal court's decision to declare 16 out of 18 provisions in the Kelantan Sharia Criminal Code enactment null and void. He also stressed that the decision by the federal court has nothing to do with the powers of the Sharia court or Islam. The Foreign Minister said laws drafted and enacted by a state government must not overlap with matters and provisions in the federal list and the Constitution.
Saya dulu daripada negara Indian, kami bila kita nak buat undang-undang enactment jenayah, undang-undang enactment agama Islam, kami akan cek sebab kita ada legal advisor. Legal advisor akan cek sama ada dia bertindih ataupun tidak dengan kanun jenayah di persekutuan. Jadi itu penting ya, kerana telah wujud apa yang dipanggil sebagai dalam perlembagaan kita, negeri tidak boleh buat undang-undang enactment yang bercanggah ataupun yang bertindih dengan akta parlimen.
He was speaking to reporters after attending the Chinese New Year celebration open house hosted by MCA at the Wisma MCA on Saturday. Thousands pour onto streets for final campaigns. News from the Foreign Front when we return.
Kaki saya dah macam luka dia menalar kan. Itu yang doktor cakap, dah tak boleh buat apa-apa. Dia cakap sebab saya kena potong, dia cakap kuman tu naik pada jantung.
Duit memang dah tak ada dalam, ada pun orang kata RM5. Memang nak nunggu gaji tu lama lagi. Kadang sampai saya pergi kat kedai runcit tu beli sekilo je beras.
Anak berusia 2 tahun belum bercakap, usah ambil mudah.
Memang ibu ayah kena betul-betul ambil peka, kena caknalah.
Kemahiran bermain sangat penting untuk mereka belajar bahasa.
Masalah perkembangan pertuturan mungkin simptom autism.
Pada anak autism, kadang-kadang mereka mempunyai kemahiran bermain yang agak terhad.
Lambat bercakap, usah tunggu perbincangannya dalam Hello Doktor Ahad 5.30 petang di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Back with news from the Foreign Front. Pakistan's Election Commission ECP has announced repolling at multiple polling stations in several constituencies after polling material was either snatched or damaged. As per the electoral body, repolling will be conducted in 3 constituencies on February 15th, after it was reported that election material belonging to 26 polling stations was reportedly set ablaze. In the meantime, candidates backed by the party of jailed opposition leader Imran Khan plans to form a government, urging supporters to peacefully protest if final election results are not released. The South Asian nation of 241 million people voted on Thursday in a general election as the country struggles to recover from an economic crisis. However, both Khan and his main rival, 3-time former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, declared victory on Friday, increasing uncertainty over who will form the next government. So far, results are still not in for 9 of the 265 seats contested in the election. According to the latest tally posted on the Election Commission's website, independent candidates loyal to Khan are still well ahead with 100 seats, while Nawaz's PMLN is in second position, having secured 73 seats, followed by Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's PPP party with 54 seats. Over in Indonesia, tens of thousands of supporters of the country's presidential candidates have poured onto its streets as they hold final campaigns before heading to the polls in the world's biggest single-day election. The contenders to lead the world's third-largest democracy are popular former governors Ganjar Pranowo and Anies Baswedan, as well as ex-Special Forces Commander Prabowo Subianto, who has sought in opinion polls with the tacit backing of the president and with the incumbent son as his running mate. It was reported that nearly 100,000 people have filled Jakarta's main stadium for a rally on Saturday in support of frontrunner Subianto, while more than 80,000 turned out for rival Baswedan at another stadium in the megalopolis on Saturday. As the Zionist regime's aggression expands in the central Gaza Strip with increased airstrikes, civilian casualties are mounting, especially on the southern city of Rafah. So far, at least 28 Palestinians were killed on Saturday in Rafah, where the Zionist regime has carried out airstrikes almost daily, even after telling civilians in recent weeks to seek shelter there from ground combat in the city of Han Yunis. The attacks is ahead of an expected ground offensive and amid fears for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians who are now trapped in the city after fleeing there in search of refuge. To date, Israel's invasion of Gaza has killed at least 20,000 Palestinians, most of whom women and children, with thousands more missing, likely remaining under rubble.
Kaki saya dah macam luka, dia menalar kan. Itu yang doktor cakap, dah tak boleh buat apa-apa, dia cakap. Sebab saya kena potong, dia cakap kuman tu naik pada jantung.
Duit memang dah tak ada dalam, ada pun orang kata RM5. Memang nak nunggu gaji tu lama lagi. Kadang sampai saya pergi kat kedai runcit tu beli sekilo je beras.
新年快乐，万事如意，
恭喜发财，
恭喜发财。
Tiap-tiap tahun, mak dengan bapa akan buat open house lah. Masakan Cina tak ada kot. Semua Melayu, Hindu dengan baba nyonya saja. Sebab orang datang sini, tahun baru Cina kan? Tapi bukan tahun baru Cina.
Semoga semua menjelmakan tenaga dan kemakmuran seekor naga pada tahun ini. Kongsi Fatai, Wan Si Rui, Longma Jingsen.
We're back with sports. Football, the German Bundesliga. Borussia Dortmund extended their unbeaten run to 7 games with a comfortable 3-0 win over Freiburg. Füllkrug was again the provider for Dortmund's second, holding up the ball on the counter-attack before finding Malen, who struck home in the first half injury time. Füllkrug scored a goal of his own late in the game, heading in a cross from Chelsea loanee Ian Mutson with 3 minutes remaining, sealing a 3-0 win. With the victory, Dortmund are in 4th place with 40 points, while Freiburg in 7th with 28 points. And on to tennis, Hubert Hurkacz defeated Tomasz Machac in straight sets to advance to the semi-finals of the Marseille Open. The 26-year-old had no trouble defeating Machac, needing only 62 minutes to claim a 6-3, 6-4 victory. With the win, Hurkacz booked a semi-final showdown with French compatriot Hugo Humbert. Earlier, Humbert reached the semi-finals with an impressive 6-1, 6-4 victory over Alejandro Davidovich Fokina of Spain. The Frenchman beat his 5th-seeded opponent for the first time in 3 attempts and never faced a break point in the 69-minute match. After this short breather, Chinese tourists found drowned in Dungun.
잉에서 같이 도망치자면서요. 근데 어떻게 이렇게 가버릴 수가 있어요?
그 얘기는 끝났잖아. 시합은 이번 시합은 계속 할 거야?
김PM은 이건숙이 예뻐 죽겠나 봐.
홍보 조작이 행해지고 있다는 내용이 담겨 있습니다. 하지만
아저씨?
My Lovely Boxer. Setiap Selasa hingga Khamis 11 malam. Syoknya berk-drama di Cam Sarang TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
新年快乐，万事如意，
恭喜发财，
恭喜发财。
Tiap-tiap tahun, mak dengan bapa akan buat open house lah. Masakan Cina tak ada kot. Semua Melayu, Hindu dengan baba nyonya saja. Sebab orang datang sini, tahun baru Cina kan? Tapi bukan tahun baru Cina.
Semoga semua menjelmakan tenaga dan kemakmuran seekor naga pada tahun ini. Kongsi Fatai, Wan Si Ruyi, Long Ma Jing Sen.
Staying with us, a Chinese tourist was found drowned after being swept away by waves while swimming at Tanjung Jara Beach in Terengganu on Saturday. In the 11:30 p.m. incident, 55-year-old businessman Guo Lei from Shanghai was confirmed dead at the scene. During the incident, the victim was swimming with his daughter-in-law when they were hit by a large wave and swept into the open sea. The victim was later found washed ashore and was provided with emergency assistance by hospital staff. Lei, however, could not be saved and was confirmed dead at 12 noon. The victim's body was taken to Dungan Hospital for post-mortem. In Pahang, a 19-year-old drowned while swimming in Sungai Bekelah, Gambang on Saturday. Kuantan Police Chief ACP1 Muhammad Zahari Wan Busu said divers found the victim, identified as Harun Mahmud, at a depth of 7 meters at 12:54 p.m. The victim reportedly went to the river at 11 a.m. with 6 friends in a motorcycle convoy to have fun. The victim and 2 friends were reported to have gone deeper into the river to swim before they were swept away by the current, but the 2 friends managed to hold on to a branch. Harun, who is also disabled, was reportedly missing during the incident. His body was taken to Tengku Ampuan Afzan Hospital for post-mortem. Our Nightline draws were closed this time around. Let's take a look as acrobatic performers demonstrated a harmonious balance between artistry and acrobatic movements in their awe-inspiring performance through months of dedicated practice. The theme of the performance derived from the popular Chinese legend, the carp leaping over the Dragon Gate. With that, I'm Muhammed and Hamdan. Thanks for tuning in and stay safe.